What is up, weather enthusiasts? I'm your host, Pat's Path Predictor. Let's get right into the weather. Alright, so this is the situation we have right here. We have a very massive snowstorm that's going to be impacting the upper Midwest on Tuesday and Wednesday, and we're going to go ahead and cover it right here. What I have open here is the College of DuPage models. What I have is open is the GFS, mostly for timing sakes, and then we'll go ahead and talk about the GEM, European GFS, show you how much snow we're getting. But first, we're going to go ahead and show you the timing. This is 4 days out. This is 6 a.m. on the Tuesday, the 21st of February right here, and you see that there's a first wave of snow that hits northern Iowa, southern Minnesota into central Wisconsin, and then the second much larger wave of snow starts to impact the Dakotas around 9 a.m. on Wednesday, and then you start seeing a lot of snow impacting the Minneapolis area. This does look to me, considering the DBZ and everything like that, this does look like some much drier snow considering the snow totals that we're expecting, and we'll get to that in just a second. However, there's a massive potential for freezing rain and sleet for northern Illinois and the Chicago area, more sleet in the Wisconsin area, and more freezing rain like in the Chicago area, like Lake County, McHenry County, the northern Chicago suburbs, Kenosha, those areas right there, including as well as parts of southern Michigan as well, which is pretty interesting if you take a look at that right there. This continues to move through, and as time continues to go on, parts of the Chicago area could potentially see the back end of it, but it's unlikely at this point due to the temperature, and that's the situation we are taking a look at for the next week. Now we're going to go ahead and show you the snow totals for you guys, although for the GEM GDPS, I'm going to have to do the more national-wide one because all we have here is the Northern Illinois one, and it doesn't go far enough to kind of talk about what we're going through. So this is what we have right here. The GEM GDPS is predicting almost 3 feet of snow for parts of eastern South Dakota, including Sioux Falls, which is the largest city there. Around 20 inches expected for Minneapolis. Green Bay could see around 20 as well. Upper Peninsula of Michigan, absolutely 2 feet of snow without a doubt for some of these areas. Parts of the lower peninsula, kind of in the upper parts near Traverse City, around 16 inches. It kind of devolves down as time continues to go on. We're cracking only 2 inches of snow by around Grand Rapids, Michigan. So yeah, that's what the GEM is suggesting. This is what the European has, and the European actually has us further to the south than the GEM does. And the European brings, look at this. This is the European run. 30 inches of snow almost for Minneapolis, about the same for St. Paul as well. Minneapolis suburbs, some areas are close to 30 inches of snow with this. This is absolutely ridiculous right here. And in the Europe, I would look at this and say that this is just being very aggressive right here. This is for the Wisconsin, Michigan right here. Look at this, 20 inches for Green Bay, 19 for Traverse City, about 6 or so for Grand Rapids, an inch and a half for Detroit, these areas right there. And normally, I would say this is like an outlier and a very liberal estimate with this stuff, and normally I would advise caution with this. I still technically do, considering the massive amount of snow the European is bringing. But if you take a look at the GFS kind of cross-checks this. Still brings 20 inches of snow to Minneapolis, about a foot to Green Bay. Right here, like 2+ feet of snow for much of the upper Michigan Peninsula right here. And yeah, just generally brings a lot of snow. Milwaukee and Madison, basically the European, interestingly, has Madison and Milwaukee around 14 inches of snow. The GFS has it around 3.5 to 2. So it's really going to be more of a temperature battleground in those areas. Another thing I've noticed that this is the area that's going to get a lot of sleet, a lot of ice. So the threat's already there anyway. But yeah, I wanted to make this video talking about this because I was talking about this on my YouTube Shorts. I was starting to look at models like this, and I see the GEM, Euro, and GFS agreeing on this. And if these model runs actually verify, we could be looking at a historic winter storm for much of the upper Midwest, parts of Minneapolis especially, Green Bay, much of Wisconsin especially, and a lot of Michigan if the European is the more accurate run. But we'll continue to update you here on the Pat's Path Predictor channel. So stay tuned for next time. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. It helps me out and helps to make more videos like these. The goal of this channel is to get more people engaged with weather. But with that being said, have a wonderful day. Stay safe.